Hey, everybody. Hello, everybody, on this beautiful Sunday. Hope you're having as good of a day as we are. It's sunshiny outside and everything. All right, let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I'll say hello to everybody. Awesome. Sound is good. Sound is good. Good to see everybody here. We have Matt on. Hi, Matt. Ron's on. Good to see you, Ron. Dave Smith. Hello. Garrett, hi to you, and TBA, of course. Hello. All right. Fenderman 73. Hello. Good morning. Frank, good morning. It's early for you, I think, because if I recall, you're in Vegas. All right. And yeah, who else? Elf. Hey, how you doing? Robbie Love. Hello. Good to see everybody here. All right. Well, today it's 9 o'clock. Okay, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Have another sip of coffee and you'll be okay. Edmund Pena. Hey, Pena. It comes across here. Maybe an Enye, which is missing. Hey, it's 12 midnight in the Philippines. Well, thanks for joining, Edmund. Really appreciate it. Okay. Hey, so today we're going to be talking strats, right? Thanks. Today we're going to be talking strats, and I wanted to show you again. I finally got this working, so I spent a little bit of time adjusting this. Actually, truth be told, I got to a point where I didn't want to mess with the truss rod anymore because it wasn't. I'm not used to really pushing it, and so I wasn't gonna bust it. And so I gave it to my luthier friend, who came over. We sometimes play guitar, so he came over this week, and he adjusted it. Yeah, the neck is kind of screwed up and probably needs a refret, or to be sanded down and then the frets put back in. Oh well, I've got it more or less playable right now. I'm going to keep it in the humidity, and hopefully that'll take care of it. But it really is a beauty. I'm kind of bonding with it, and yeah. So I thought it's not buzzing, but buzzing is one problem. The other would be a mile-high action that's simply not playable. So I've got it playable. Buzz is playable most of the places. It's not playable up here. It's really not playable up here. So, I'll have to work on that. But I'm going to wait a little while to see if it, letting the humidity soak in, because it's still got some sharp fret ends too. New neck. I don't know, man. I don't know. I trust my luthier. He does an awesome job on it, and it's a great neck. So, I mean, the feel of the neck's great. It's just a little twisted right here, so it'll be sanded down. Anyway, no, it's not choking out. It's not choking out. But if I set it, if I set it any lower, it will really buzz on the bottom. So, it is a 9.5 radius. And apparently it's pretty common for the neck to bow on the treble side right around here on Fender necks. Apparently it's pretty common. That's what I was told. Anyway, I really like the guitar a lot, and I want to show you some of the things before we get into the discussion, something I'm working on a little bit. Let me see if I can get the sound right. Yeah, let me get the sound here. We'll try it out here. All right. So anyway, I got to work on that a little bit, but I kind of like the chord changes, and I think it sounds really nice on the. I think it sounds really nice on the Strat. If you know that song, that's pretty interesting because that's not a song that I know. It's just something I've been working with, some of the chord changes and putting some of those things together. But anyway, I think it really sounds. Oops. It's really a Strat sort of sound. All right. Anyway, let me say hi to a few people, and then we'll get into some of the other ones that we can do. So let's see here. We've got just a couple of people. ML, thanks, ML. I appreciate it. William Christopher, Freebird. Yeah, maybe. All right. Awesome. Well, so let's talk Strats a little bit and some of the Strat players, and run through some of the licks. Hey, Crow Black, good to see you. Run through some of the licks that are there. So when I think of Strats, I think of certainly some of the classic or some of the classic players of the Strats. Who are some of the people that you think of? I mean, my number one that I think of is of course Jimmy, and just a couple of things that I can play. Maybe from that. So something like I don't know, like Jimmy might classic riff for the Strat, something that's built for the Strat might be. I'll try and do my best on this one. Yeah, awesome, awesome stuff. I don't know how he thought of that one for sure. So that one, and of course, I don't know if I'm playing it in the right key, but really a classic Strat thing is. That kind of stuff. Wind Cries Mary, a lot of stuff like that. Somebody's mentioning Stevie Ray Vaughan, Mark Zabel, a classic Strat player. No, for those of you who know, I haven't liked Strats, and I tell you, it was the that boutique Stratty sort of thing that I first bonded with. That's the first Stratty thing I ever bonded with. And but I think I'm probably going to bond with this. The body is just so nice, and I love the sound on it. So, hey, Scott, awesome to see you, Scott. Been a while. Who you calling old man? Stevie Ray. All right, Gary Moore, Buddy Guy for sure. Buddy Holly was probably one of the first Strat players too, right? So let me take off some of the garbage that's on here, but let me take off the delay and back off some of the distortion on. Right, that's a classic sort of Buddy Holly thing. Philip Sayce, he's incredible. He is incredible. Let's see. The magic is in the neck pickup. I agree, Embry. I agree. Let's see. Gary Moore. I don't really think of Gary Moore much as a Strat player. Nile Rodgers. Yeah. The Freak. And Buddy Holly, of course, was one of the first people who popularized the Strat. Let's see. Somebody mentioned Stevie Ray. Let me play a couple of. Do my best at Stevie Ray. I'm pretty bad at it, but let's see if I can do it. All right, let's try this one here. Do the middle pickup for Stevie. Just a little bit more here. Kind of got it a little bit. I don't know. Maybe the neck pickup sounds better on it. Yeah, it sounds better, I think. All right. Anyway, Steve Gaines. Yeah, Steve Gaines was awesome. I don't know. Maybe one of my favorite Stevie Rays is. I definitely can't play this one. All right. Yeah. Doing my best at Texas Flood. That's a pretty tough one. Did anybody mention Clapton yet? Clapton's kind of like the Strat guy, isn't he? Pull off a little bit. Yeah, good stuff from Clapton for sure. So many. How about Blackmore? Did anybody mention Blackmore yet? I see somebody mention Steve Gaines. Definitely one of the great Strat players who talk about loss. I mean, he died really before he did an awful lot. Poster Jeff Beck. Yeah, absolutely, Alf. For sure, Jeff Beck. For sure. ML, was Ed King was a Strat player, huh? I didn't know that. Yeah. Can't really play that one. Just that one. That one so well. All right. Yeah. Ed liked his SG also. Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Yeah. He's one of the later blues players. I don't know. Hate Skinner. Yeah, I know that, Embry. I remember you hate that. Oh, I remember you hate Skinner. Hey, Matt, David Gilmour. Oh, I got to do this one. This is such a classic, right? Let's see. Let's see if we can do this one. I don't know if I can do it justice. What a great idea, that one, right? So nice. All right. Johnny Lang. I think mostly Johnny Lang plays a telly, doesn't he, David? I think mostly Johnny Lang plays a telly. Did I block the trim? I did not block the trim. I actually have the trim going here. So I haven't spent a lot of time. I've been a very busy man this week. So this weekend has been very good. Somebody mentioned Michael Gurley. Actually, one of my favorite players of the 90s, and one of my favorite bands of the 90s was Dada. Michael Gurley, great player, almost virtually unknown. Very few people know who he is. And Robbie is one who does. So that's cool. Buddy Guy, Eric Johnson. Yeah, for sure. Eddie Van Halen played a Frankenstein. Yeah. Oh, Robert Cray. Somebody mentioned Robert Cray. Yeah, Robert Cray is awesome. His sound is so good, and it's so Strat. You know, that's the thing I love about Robert Cray. It's so Strat. Yep, for sure. And the Bible says some folks will sing and nobody knows. I don't know that. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Stevie Ray. Mayer, John Mayer. Mayer is a great Strat player. He really is. That's such a beautiful riff, I find. That's burning. Let's take a little bit of the distortion off of that, or the gain off it. So it's interesting and it's different. So that's kind of normal, but then the second part is a little bit different. So it's really nice, and he gets that real stratty tone for sure. Yeah, but I really dig the Jeff Healey, huh? Yeah, and today's service is presented by Rev April. Funny. Robin Trower, yeah, I mean, he had that Hendrix sound, like Rolling Stone and all that kind of stuff. PRS Silver Strat, yeah, he has that stuff. Thank you, Crow Black. Oh, goodness. So yeah, I think somebody mentioned Roy Gallagher I saw earlier. He was pretty good. Yeah, Ike Turner, good stuff. Let's see, I know somebody. Now, maybe he's not known so much for this, but here's something. Let me see if I can do this. I'm not sure I can. I'm just going to give it a shot here. Let's see here. Let's try this. Am I in TO? Oh, that's somebody's asking somebody else. All right, so yeah, so I don't know if anybody mentioned him. Somebody did mention Blackmore before. I know I mentioned that. That's Dick Dale I was trying to do. Yeah, I think you're right, Scott. I think it's the most comfy guitar that's made. That's around. I'm sure somebody mentioned this guy. Right? I'm sure somebody mentioned this. Definitely a classic rock a Strat sound. Mark Knopfler for sure. This is a C. It's a modern C. Neil Giraldo. Well, I think he did play a Strat like on what is it? Oops. But I don't know if he played on the solo a lot of Strats, because he was known for playing that. What was it? The Dean. I think he played not a Dean, a BC Rich, didn't he? I think he played a BC Rich. Peter Green. Peter Green plays a Strat. I thought he was known for that Les Paul that he has. All right, Nils. Yeah, Nils is good. Yeah, I agree. That's another thing, Scott Collins, that you can tinker with these things forever, right? They're so versatile. And yeah, Jesse's Girl is done on a Strat, I believe. I think you're right. Um, Including the solo. I think you're right about that. And Peter Green picked up a Strat. I got it. What was I saying? I was talking about something. Yeah, but you can tinker with so many things. You can change the pickups. You can they're very versatile, even as is, right? You've got the modern ones have these have the two tones. The vintage ones, you don't have a tone control on the bridge pickup, and so it's super trebly. Apparently, it was first made to play like country jazz type of stuff. So yeah. Let's see. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't play. Now that we've talked a lot about different players, I don't think I missed any on here. Did any? Yeah, I think you all mentioned the ones that I had written down for sure. But um, one of the classic Strat songs. I don't know if I can do this, but I'll give it a shot. All right, so I can't really play it, but there we go. That's got to be a classic Strat song. Yeah, Free Ride for sure. Yeah, it goes really fast, and I think if you're not prepared to play it, plus there's also that. And it kind of goes back to the next thing. I was trying to get both of those in and failing miserably. But anyway, such a cool song. Really nice and perfect for a Strat, right? So, what are some other songs? I think we mentioned some of them, but what are some other songs that are perfect for a Strat? You know, uh, oh yeah, somebody mentioned Andy Summers. Yeah, I think Andy Summers mostly played at Telly, didn't he? I think he did. Yeah, there's so many people who played Strats. So many. All right. Well, anyway, what do you think, guys? What do you think is the and gals bridge of size? Yeah, for sure. You think rock and roll hoochie coo's on a Strat, Fenderman? It doesn't sound like that to me. I mean, Derringer's an awesome player, and that's like so rhythmic. It is on a Strat. Okay, that'll be the day. Yeah, for sure. We did that one already, but didn't know that. Yep. Bad Love. All right. Yeah. So, what do you think is it that makes? What is it that now? We did a poll, and we found that 30. It was something like 30% of you said that Strats are where it's at. I think 25% prefer Les Paul. Something like 18%, 15% preferred a Telly, and 18% preferred other classic guitars like a 335 or a Gretsch or an SG. And I think a few people, 12% preferred super Strats or shreddy type of pointy guitars. I'm definitely more of a classic guitar player. I like the classics. Oh yeah, nobody mentioned Bonnie Raitt before. Yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome. Yeah, that's interesting. PRS aren't pointy. That's right. That's right. I said shredder guitars like PRS. PRS have kind of a I think they kind of captured the classic look when they're just a little bit different. I mean, their single cut is pretty much a Les Paul copy, but their double cut, their classic double cut, is not a Strat body. It's different, and it's also quite comfortable. It's also quite comfortable. Oh yeah, nobody mentioned Steve Miller. Yeah, yeah. Charvels are good guitars. Charvels, the San Dimas type body is really nice. Feels good. Sounds are good. I can't. I myself, I don't like I don't like the locking trems on a lot of the guitars, like the Ibanez's and stuff. Um, I don't like the locking trems. Really bothers me. So, all right. Did Bob Marley play a Strat? I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, the Strat design. Well, one of the things I think. Um, One of the things I think is that the Strat was the first to have a double cutaway, right? The first normal sort of production guitar, because the Tele only has one side, the Les Paul only has one side. The 335, I don't know. Did that predate? I don't think it did. The Strat, when did the Strat come out? Like 56? So the Strat was really the first big guitar that had both of them. And yeah. And so that was pretty cool. And of course, it's got the 3 pickups, and it originally only had 3 positions on the toggle switch, but then with the 5th positions, you get those out of phase sounds, the quacking sounds, which are really cool. That kind of thing. 335 was 58. Okay, thanks. Yeah. And and it's got the so-called tummy cut, right? That thing, so that makes it nice and comfortable. Tends to be a light guitar, which I like a lot, or many of them are light guitars. This is a very light guitar. I'm happy about that. A very light guitar, and I have to say the neck is very comfortable, even though it's a little bit annoying on the top, but it's extremely comfortable neck. Extremely comfortable neck. It is a glossy fingerboard, but it's a satin back. Gotta love that, right? So the fingerboard's glossy, so it's nice and nicely protected, and it feels good. And then the back of it, it's got the skunk stripe. Got the skunk stripe on it. And it does have the micro tilt. I'm afraid this neck originally needed a macro tilt, but I think it's getting to the point where I can probably work with it, and I'm hoping I can probably stave off a refret for a year or two. Wait till I really totally bond with it. I'm sure I'm not going to get rid of it. Then I'll get rid of it. I mean, then I'll refret it. But it's also got the vintage trim, and no, I'm sorry, not the vintage trim. It's got the 2-point trim, and I like the saddles on this. So yeah. These are not noisy. These single coils are lovely. They're lovely. I was a little bit worried about them because I have on one of my Strats, or on my boutique Strat, I've got Lollers, and I love them. They get that gritty sound. Plus, they also when you back them down a little bit, they get a nice sweet sound, and they're not noisy at all. But these aren't noisy. So either it's the pickups or the shielding or whatever, but it's done well here. I have to say, this is a high quality guitar. I'm duly impressed, and I don't think it's Fender's fault about the neck. This was kept in storage for 7 years, 8 years without playing, and it was in Michigan where it was drying out and humidifying and drying out again and humidifying, kept in an attic. So that's not the best place for it. And yeah. So, do I have any favorite guitar players on YouTube? I do. Yeah, I think the sound is. I think the sound on this thing is pretty good. I have enjoyed it, and I like the trem. The trem is nice as long as you don't go too crazy on it. Yeah. So, and these have. I think these are tens on this. I think these are tens. So I may, because I have old fingers, I may put nines on them. I'm not sure, but so far I'm just there. So let's see. Anyway, so I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad I'm bonding with my Strat and so forth. But which pickup setting? Oh yeah, so that's the other thing, is that the Strat's versatility is really awesome. I mean, the neck pickup, I think, as Embry said, neck pickups rule on Strats, in my opinion. I love the sound of a throaty sort of neck pickup. And nobody mentioned Neil Schon as a Strat player, and he isn't. But the solo to lights is done on a Strat, and it's got that throaty sort of sound to it. I love that. I like the middle pickup too. I like the middle pickup sound. Not so into the bridge, but maybe if you back out the treble a little bit, it's okay. It's a little too harsh to my ears, but yeah. Let's see. So I'll hold off on the internet players for just a minute. Double K 321. Let's see. Which pickup setting do I prefer on the acoustic-y part of sounds? Again, I would probably say on a Strat. I don't know. I don't play really on a Strat, but for acoustic-y stuff. But my guess is maybe the in-betweens. I don't know. I know on my, I think that, believe it or not, the guitar that gets the best acoustic-y sound for me, that's an electric, is my Melody Maker. Great acoustic type sound. It's remarkable how good it is. And that's only one pickup, so it's the pickup, which is a bridge pickup too. So it's kind of interesting. Split on one of my Strats. Okay. Which guitarist elevated the Strat to its highest position in the hierarchy for you? Well, for me, it's Hendrix. Hendrix is my favorite, and I love Stevie's sound, of course. I like Eric Johnson's sound. He's incredible, and Eric Johnson's an incredible player. There's so many great players. I like Gilmore a lot. So, did Jimmy Page do any of his solos on a Strat? I don't know. The bridge on a Strat gets tiresome. You mean to not block out and leave it kind of coming up and down? Yeah, I hear you. You got to tune a little bit. Now, I also have a style. I'm going to have to work on this, but my style is heavily playing on that bridge, and so I've got to be careful about it. I've weaned myself off of that a little bit with my PRS that has a trem, and so it has a floating bridge, and I've learned to keep it in tune reasonably well, but I'm going to have to learn it again. All right. 10 years gone. Is that right? Yeah, you're right. It does, and in the evening does sound like a Strat. Oh, somebody mentioned Frusciante. Yeah, I forgot about it. He's a great player. That's about all I know, though, is scar tissue. I should know Under the Bridge, but I don't. But he's a great player. Yeah, Frusciante, definitely. I mean, I like Hendrix, so I'm going to like Frusciante. And I think Mayer's a great Strat player. Honestly, I think Mayer's a fantastic Strat player. Yeah. I mean, in terms of popular players, and players who get a lot of circulation, Mayer's pretty awesome. Yeah. I think he's the real deal. He may be, arrogant or whatever. He seems like he's grown up a bit, but Alvin Lee played a 335, as far as I know. That was most of his stuff. Hank Marvin, yeah, for sure. And Steve Winwood. Steve Winwood, is that right? Car. Use the Strat on Let the Sky. So Fenderman knows everything about who played what instrument on what album and who was doing what. It's amazing how much you know. I bow to your knowledge of all that stuff. Really incredible. Bandwidth problem. I don't think so. Maybe it's on your side, but Embry, but we haven't seen it. So, dear Mr. Fantasy, yeah. So anyway, I think it's my son's birthday today. Last week was my daughter's birthday. This week is my son's birthday, and so I'm going to cut out a little bit early, but we'll do a quick quiz, and then we'll go. I got to suspend. This is just for fun today, gang. I got to suspend it. The winner picks. You can, by the way, you can always suggest any video. I'm just not going to promise to necessarily do it immediately or whatever. But I'm backed up on some of them, and I see, you know, Robbie is still waiting for his to come out, and then we've got a few others. So I want to clear those out, and that GMAC Mayer doesn't play a Strat; it's a Silver Sky. Yeah, maybe it is now, but it's a Strat. I mean, I think it's kind of funny, you know. They make a Strat body with a PRS headstock, and anyway. But one thing that Mayer does do is that I like is that he's very open to like playing around with these tone knobs. And that's another thing with a Strat is that the tone knobs are very sensitive, and they make the guitar a lot versatile. And also this knob, you don't have to pull any tricks to do the the Jeff Beck volume knob stuff. Volume knob stuff is so easy on a Strat. It's right there, so you can do all that kind of volume swell stuff. Yeah, no, it's okay. I got it. Yeah, Strat. Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. Like on a Les Paul, it's damn near impossible. I find you got to play it on the neck and then do that stuff, and you can do it. But I I went out and got a volume pedal to do that stuff. But heck, on a Strat, you could do it easily. All right, Jeff Beck does it all the time anyway. So, all right. Nobody mentioned "Cause We've Ended as Lovers" is like a great Strat song, but to me, that's like the pinnacle of Strat songs. Okay, let's do a quick quiz, and then I'm gonna have to call it a day, and we'll see you next week. I've got. Oh, I should also say before we do this, I've got a few other videos that are coming up that are in the hopper, but I wanted to say I'm going to be doing a few more videos like what I did yesterday, which is just like simple theory tricks in the blues or simple things of how to think about guitar as opposed to songs for a while, and kind of get that up. That was the Telly Gibb, "Cause We Ended." Okay. All right. So here we go. This is these are song openings, so it should be just a fun one. All right. See you, Frank. Always good. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. I will wish him a happy birthday. All right. So here we go. I always have to take off my glasses to see. So these are all song beginnings, most of them courtesy of TBA. So thank you, TBA, for helping me out with this quiz. All right. Looking forward to going back to the Fender factory. Yeah, it sounds good, ML. Okay, here we go. Here's the first one. Not a toughie. We're going to warm up with an easy one. Every time when I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. What song? Fenderman 73, Dream On. Aerosmith is right. Fenderman got it. It's Dream On. L for me. Okay, Fender Strat 59 says Mark, do a lesson all night long by Joe Walsh. Got it. Put it in the comments. And then that'll help me remember it to the video afterward. All right. I guess you did put it in the comments live, right? Duh. Okay, we got an easy one. All right. So here we go. Baby, here I am. I'm a man on the scene. I can give you what you want, but you got to come home with me. A lot of people getting Dream On. Maybe it is a bit of lag, Elf or Embry. GMAX 72 coming up with Hard to Handle. Right, that's Hard to Handle. One of two. It's either Black Crowes, which is how I learned it, but it's Otis Redding's song. Otis Redding. Oh, Fenderman coming through with that one, of course. Yep. Love the Otis version. Okay. Calling out around the world. Are you ready for a brand new beat? Grateful Dead did that. Hard to handle. Did not know that. Calling out around the world. Are you ready for a brand new beat? Dancing in the Streets. G-Mac, Geert, Robbie Love, El Fermi, Fenderman 73, ML, Don Anatelli. All right. All right. Okay, here we go. Here's the next one. Don't you feel it growing day by day? People getting ready for the news. This is a hard one, harder one anyway. Yeah, Dancing in the Streets. They did Mick and Bowie. Van Halen did it. That's right. All right, so this one is Don't You Feel It Growing day by day? People getting ready for the news. Yes, that's Listen to the Music by the Doobies. Fenderman 73. ML. Ron Shack. David Smith. You know, it's weird. I got to put on my glasses now. I'm having trouble here. All right. Let's see. Every night I'm lying in bed, holding you close in my dreams. Every night I'm lying in bed, holding you close in my dreams. Oh, wow. Fenderman 73 getting that quickly. Best of My Love is correct. That's kind of a tough one without hearing the song. Yep. Ron Shack. ML, so close. Best of My Love. Yeah, Fenderman 73 he really is the master. He must have been a DJ for like 20 years. Not one of those new DJ types. I mean, a real DJ. Oh, I'm not denigrating anybody for being a DJ today. Different though. Debbie Gibson. Okay. All right. Hello? Is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone at home? G-Mac with Comfortably Numb. Garrett gets Pink Floyd. Elf. Robbie Love. Fenderman 73. Awesome. Awesome. ML. All right. Let's see. Here's my story. It's sad but true. It's about a girl I once knew. She took my love, then ran around with every single guy in town. That one's not too tough. Run around Sue. You got it. Fenderman, Robbie, G-Mac, Fenderman, Garrett. I'm anonymous. Hey, I'm anonymous. Hello. David Smith. Christian Gonzalez. Yeah, I went to the store and chose a Strat, but you liked all of them. Yeah, it's tough to choose sometimes. Tough to choose guitars, period. Some chicken movie. Okay. All right, here's a little bit tougher one. Baby hair with a woman's eyes. I can feel you're watching in the night. A little tougher. TBA maybe got him on this one. All right, let me read it again. Baby hair with a woman's eyes. I can feel you're watching in the night. It's not Dio. No. Yeah, great chords. I agree. Yes, Ron, you got it. Sarah Smile. Baby hair with a woman's eye. Can feel you watching in the night. Yep, Sarah Smile. Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates. Yeah, I wouldn't have got that one in a million years. It's such a groove song, you know. Anyway, I never listened to the words. All right, let's see. Okay, home in the valley, home in the city. Home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the valley, home in the city. Home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Yes, Burning for You, BOC, Blue Oyster Cult. Burning for You. GMAC, Les Paul player, ML. Sorry, Les Paul player, about today's thing. All right. ML, David Smith, Stevie Ray. Okay. Let's see. I took my love, I took it down, climbed a mountain, and I turned around. Fenderman 73. Hey, McDon PR. Hello. I'm anonymous. Garrett. GMAC. David Smith. That's right. It's Landslide. It's Landslide. Okay, here's a good one. Most people getting it. Stevie Ray, McDon BR, Dixie Chicks. Dixie Chicks. Yeah, well, the Dixie Chicks did it. I like the Dixie Chicks. They're good musicians. They are good musicians. But I think it was Fleetwood Mac originally, yeah. All right, anyway. I want to jump, but I'm afraid I'll fall. I want to holler, but the joint's too small. Young man rhythm got a hold of me too. I got what? Let me try that again. I want to jump, but I'm afraid I'll fall. I want to holler, but the joint's too small. Young man rhythm's got a hold of me too. I got. That's right. Some kind of shoes. Rockin' Pneumonia, LP player, coming through with that. Rockin' Pneumonia and the Boogie Woogie Flu. So almost, GMAC. You almost got that back part, but pretty close. Boogie Woogie Flu. That's right. Johnny something. What was his last name? Johnny something. Johnny Rivers. Oh, it's Johnny Rivers, of course. All right. So how about this one? So Dixie Chicks. Yeah, their career was basically ruined after they criticized the H.W. or not H.W. Bush, George W. Bush. And a lot of stations in the South banned them, and their popularity went out. And that was that. All right. We'll leave it at that. Keep the political out of the guitar today. I have an opinion, but who cares? It's just I'm a guitar player today. All right. I want to live. I want to give. Oh, no problem, ML. No problem. No problem. All right. Yeah. Heart of Gold. Yep. Heart of Gold. That's Neil Young. I want to live. I want to give. What a great song. What a great song. Heart of Gold. Fenderman. Garrett, I'm anonymous. Robbie Love. Stevie Ray. Heart of Gold. You know, somebody said, I think it was TBA said, I think they're touring still. I don't know if they are. I know Natalie Maines, who was the singer, is touring, and I think the other two are touring with each other now. But they join different groups and stuff like that. I mean, it's tough, I think, once you break up that thing that's going on. It's tough. But they were excellent musicians. Their bluegrass album was on my rotation, CD rotation, for a long time. I love that song, Long Time Gone. What a great song that they, what a great song. They were good. They were good. Yeah, okay. Sort of split. Anyway, whatever. Anybody's really a musician and who's playing, I'm going to dig that. So I like that. All right, here's a toughie. I was born in a crossfire hurricane. Real toughie. I agree, Scott Collins. Neil Young is the worst good player of all time. That is a great way of putting it. I love that. GMAC, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Garrett, Robbie Love, Fenderman, I'm Anonymous, ML, Stones, David Smith, Stevie Ray. Everybody's getting that one. I agree, though, Scott, that Neil Young, it's really hard to play like Neil Young, but he makes it work somehow. One of my favorite solos I could never play is not because it's technically tough, but just because it's like got his own mistakes and he makes them work. Is Cortez the Killer? The end to that, it just hits you. Peter Frampton did a great version. I agree, ML, of Jumpin' Jack Flash. I love that version. Standard tuning, right? I like the one that's not as well. But it's the original one. It's hard to beat. All right. All right. All right. Powderfinger's great too. So many great Neil Young solos, really. All right. Knows how to emote on the guitar. I kind of wish he would have learned a little technique, but whatever, got to appreciate for what he does. Okay, let's see. I would have given you all of my heart, but there's someone who's torn it apart, and she's taken almost all I've got. Let me try that again. I would have given you all of my heart, but there's someone who's torn it apart, and she's taken almost all I've got. Fenderman, the first cut is the deepest. Geert, the first cut. ML doesn't know. LP player, first cut is the deepest. Cat Stevens, I think, was the first one I know, right? But then Rod, and then Sheryl Crow also did it. I like Sheryl Crow's version. It's nice. Rod Stewart. Okay. Okay. If we still have time, we might still get by. Every time I think about it, I want to cry. With bombs and the devil, and the kids keep coming. No way to breathe. Easy. No time to be young. Geez, in the time that it took me to read that, everybody gets the first thing. Rod Stewart's is great as well. I agree. Crazy on You. Heart. That's right. If you got it in the first time, if we still have time, we might still get by. Every time I think about it, I want to cry. That sticks in my mind. Okay. All right. Here's a different one. Here's a little more poppy one. It is the night. My body's weak. I'm on the run. No time to sleep. Tough one. This one is done by it might be like early 80s, I'm thinking. And yeah, David Smith got it. Ride Like the Wind, Crisscross. Crisscross. It is the night. My body's weak. I'm on the run. No time to sleep. Yeah, I can't sing it for crap. All right. Okay, Ride Like the Wind. At least it's not Break Like the Wind. That's a Spinal Tap album, by the way, Break Like the Wind. That's right. It had Michael McDonald in it, right? All right. Okay, here we go. It was a beautiful day. The sun beat down. I had the radio on. I was driving. Tom Petty is right. Geert got it. Running Down a Dream. That's right. That's right. Little Runaway. All right. Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty, one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Talk about a great solo. Mike Campbell does an awesome solo at the back, and most of it, like the first quarter of it, only is one note. He's just playing that one note in different ways. What a great underrated guitar player Mike Campbell is. He's got a certain style. Sure, he's not the most versatile player. He plays like himself, and just was really good. That's right. I have a lesson on it. I kind of did it okay. Yeah, he's Mike Campbell, and he has a sound, right? I don't know if that was more Tom or whatever. Yeah, that's right. Cinnamon Girl is a one-note solo as well. To make one note work, one or two notes work, is like my favorite solo trick that there exists. And I think I love it the most because my all-time favorite solo of any guitar solo ever is I'll See You in My Dreams by Django. And there's a place where he does one note just over and over, and it's just lovely. He makes it work so much. Santana does that really well too. All I ever wanted was to be with you. Solo at the end. Check it out. 2 notes. All right. All right. Last one. It's getting to the point where I'm no fun anymore. It's getting to the point where I'm no fun anymore. I think that's where we are on this quiz. Is that right? I'll have to check out the George Harrison version. Sweet Judy Blue Eyes is correct. I'm anonymous. It's getting to the point. Wow, I can't sing that. Well, I'm no fun anymore. Do 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 do. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, gang, that's it for the quiz. Nobody won today, y'all. Thanks for playing. It was good to see people playing. If you do have suggestions, put them in the bottom of any video. Always looking for that one. Yes, it has a weird tuning, is right. Probably open D, I would think. And then maybe my guess is that the different guitars have different tunings. They often did that in CSN. And everybody gets a trophy. That's right. Participation award today. All right. Well, I'm going to cut out today, gang, and thanks for joining me today. Really had a fun time. I'm really digging this. You'll be seeing it for sure in other videos, and yeah. So thanks a lot. Have an awesome Sunday, and yeah, we'll see you around. We'll see you on down the road. I'm going to take off.